The only way they would lose the war was if the old man brought the gold back. As long as he took the gold home, the enemy would be the ones who lost. The old man, covered in blood, lay beside an abandoned car. In the battle just now, his arm and thigh had both been shot. If he didn't treat the wounds soon, he wouldn't be able to walk anymore. To stop the bleeding on his arm, he used a piece of wood as a splint, then tightly wrapped it with a belt. After that, he took out a rusty knife and dug the bullet out of his flesh. The extreme pain and blood loss made him faint on the spot. Not long after, the Nazi officer arrived, and this time they had brought 2 tracking dogs. The chaotic sounds woke the old man, and he quickly hid behind the car to avoid being spotted. He carefully crawled into the vehicle, but staying there meant the dogs would definitely find him. To escape them, he made a bold move. When a truck passed by, he quickly grabbed onto the bottom of it. He then stabbed the fuel tank, letting gasoline spray all over his body to cover his scent. The plan worked. The dogs lost his smell and stopped. Unfortunately, the leaking gasoline was discovered by the soldiers, and they began checking the vehicle. The old man hid under the truck, letting gasoline pour onto his body. When the officer walked past without noticing him, he took the chance to crawl out and run. But the dogs eventually spotted him. A sniper shot him in the calf, and to make sure he didn't escape again, the officer ordered the dogs released. As the dogs charged at him, the old man didn't panic. Instead, he calmly took out a match, scraped it against his thumbnail, and ignited the gasoline covering his body. Wrapped in flames, the dogs didn't dare approach. The officer, angered, ordered his men to open fire. Bullets rained down around him as he dived into the lake. Using the weight of the gold, he sank underwater. Soldiers fired wildly at the water, and soon the surface turned red. Believing the old man was dead, the officer sent soldiers into the lake to retrieve the gold. They had no idea they were walking into death. As one soldier swam deeper, the old man suddenly appeared like a ghost beside him and slit his throat. He drained the oxygen from his lungs, and blood spread through the water. 2 more soldiers were terrified, but the officer didn't care. He ordered more men into the water. Their fate was the same. One soldier, terrified after watching his teammates die, refused to enter and tried to escape. The officer immediately ordered him executed, but strangely, the soldier kept moving even after being shot because the old man was using his body as a shield. Realizing this, the panicked soldiers fired wildly, but the old man had already slipped away. Then the officer noticed the old man had left a small safety pin behind a sign. He realized the old man was still alive and plotting. After surviving all this, the old man finally reached his ruined hometown. He collapsed inside a destroyed gas station, exhausted. Suddenly, he heard the beeping of an explosive. He found a bomb strapped to his body. Shocked but calm, he yanked it off and threw it away just in time. The blast sent him flying. When he woke up, the officer and soldiers were already there. A rope was placed around his neck, and they hanged him. Believing he was dead, the officer shoved a gold bar into his mouth as a cruel farewell. Then the 3 of them took all his gold and left. Once they were far enough away, the old man suddenly came back to life. He tried to hook his foot onto a nail to relieve the pressure from the hanging rope, but it was too far. To survive, he reopened the wound in his leg to reduce his weight so he wouldn't choke to death. Through sheer will, he endured until nightfall. At that moment, a Nazi aircraft descended to refuel. The force of the landing made the roof collapse, freeing him. 2 pilots approached and noticed the old man lying on the ground. They pulled their guns, ready to finish him. But the old man suddenly attacked. He killed one instantly. The second, noticing something was wrong, stepped closer, but before he could react, the old man slashed him down as well. With the pilots dead and a plane nearby, a crazy idea appeared in the old man's mind. First, he needed to stitch himself up enough to move. He lit a match and burned his